Oh, right. Okay. Ugh. Hey, what is up, everyone? It's me, Eddie, and yeah. Okay, so we are here to actually. Sorry about the late start. I thought I could start this a lot earlier. I thought I could get to this on time, but honestly, getting. The last save I had that I didn't overwrite was really far back. It must be Suzuha. So we're back here because that's where it starts.
Oh, Okabe.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we're in the right spot.
なんだ。
なあ、うちのバイト来てないか。
So technically, this still isn't actually
Shut up, マユリ。
なんか知ってんのか。
I
ここ数
actually.
日ずっと休みっぱなしで、次にいつバイト出るかわかんねえんだよな。
I'll let Mr. Bronze finish.
携帯に電話しても繋がらねえし。
Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, so I've discovered this interesting mechanic, right? You know, sometimes down here, there's gonna be like a little square with like a little antenna moment. That means you can call someone. And you can't even use control to like skip dialogue, right?
まあいいわ。
See? Look at that.
マジでなんで店長が
I can't do that if there's a... Right, so we got this. This is sad, so I'm not gonna... This is sad, so I'm gonna skip through this a little bit. So, in order to make sure I don't get any heartbreak, I'm gonna just... And by the way, control skips text really quickly. Ouch, 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 ouch. This hurts the Eddie.
誰
Right.
見落としたと僕だって好きで
そうよ。
お前はなんでさ
こういう性格なの。
So, this is the moment where I went wrong, because I didn't realize that you could actually... What was Suzuha feeling as she wrote this letter? That's why we have to save her. Well, not really, actually. Mr. Braun must know what happened. I run to the window and check the street. Mr. Braun is outside closing up the shop. We've already seen this fairly recently.
ミスター・ブラウン
お、岡部。例のラジカンの。
そんなことより
なんだ。
橋田すずさんの
Okay, I'm actually gonna skip through this a little bit as well. I look at the table. I can't go back 10 years with the time leap machine. I can't do anything about Suzu's death. Should I have stopped it from leaving after all? Maybe that... Yes, and here we're about to get... what I realized I couldn't do until fairly recently. Is fixing the time machine even possible? Dara's skills are second to none, and the time machine was built by his own hands 26 years in the future. It seems logical that he would have been able to fix it, and as I said, I think last episode, why this doesn't line up logically. But look at it another way. Exactly. No, he'll have to start from scratch each time. 2 days aren't enough. This is where I send... Please let me leave. The D-mail I sent. Could that be the cause? On the original world line, Suzuha leapt to 1975 after failing to meet her father. Unsatisfied with that outcome, I sent a D-mail to convince myself to follow Suzuha and prevent her from leaving. As a result, she remained in 2010 for additional 4 days, but that night the time machine was damaged by a thunderstorm. If I hadn't followed Suzuha that day, if I hadn't sent that D-mail to myself, her time machine would not have malfunctioned. She would have arrived safely in 1975. The solution is obvious. I need to cancel that D-mail. But can I really do that? This time I have to. Right. Hey, what's up? New person? Eclipse? All of it will be undone. What do I do? Where can I play this game for free? I'm gonna be honest, buddy, I don't think you can play this game for free. I got it off of Steam. I don't remember how much it was. Damn, Mocha's men will be here any minute.
Okabe, どうするつもり?
なんとかしなければならない。
岡部。
おかり、無茶はダメだよ。
I canceled the D-mail that sends contradictory D-mail. And, is this where I could send it? I'm not seeing the, little... I'm not seeing the option pop up. What?
クリス、お前は日付をせ鈴葉の励まし会をやったのはいつ?
4日前。8月。
おかり、D メールを送るの。
4 days.
でもそうしたら全部消えちゃ
I
う
know
んだ
that.
よ。
This is the only choice I have. D-mail should... I start up the microwave. The discharge begins immediately. Okay, this is how you're supposed to change things. I press my button on the send button.
いいの?
To everyone that saw the last episode, you know how that turned out. Mayuri's voice is choked with tears.
すずさんとの思い出消えちゃうんだよ。本当にそれでいいの?
It's the only way. Memories flash through my head.
ほんのちょっとの間でも君たちと一緒にいられて
I'm sorry, Suzuha.
よかった。父さんのやろうとしていたこと、私が絶対やり遂げるから。それじゃあ35年後に会いましょう。あ、君たちにとっては数時間後か。お願い、未来を変えてほしい。
Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. Suzuha, I've made my choice. I won't ask for your forgiveness. Ultimately, I'm doing this to save Mayuri. And her, technically. But at the same time, the words you spoke on that rooftop are still strong in my heart. You entrusted me your hope to for the future. If I'm to honor that wish and fulfill mine, then the time we spent together can never have happened. Okay, okay. Now things are getting real. Okay. This is how I... Metaphysic Necrosis, Chapter 6 clear. Okay. The world shatters into geometric shapes that expand and contract like rubber toys. Light gathers between my eyes. Stars explode behind my eyelids. Gradually, color returns to the world. And with that, my friend, we have just made progress. I wait for the vertigo to pass. Cold sweat oozes from my temples. Pressing my fists against them, I force the air out of my lungs. Has the world line changed? I head to the lounge to check the divergence meter.
消えた?
Oh, it's because she never gave it to you! I checked the meter just a few minutes ago before the world line changed. Now it's nowhere to be found. I quickly realize what has happened. Suzuha gave me a moment, the meter after we stopped her from leaving. My D-mail undid those events. Of course the meter isn't here. A surge of regret seizes my heart. I clench my teeth and endure it as best as I can. If nobody else remembers, then I alone will keep these memories of Suzuha alive. I look around the room. Mayuri and Kurisu are on the sofa, dozing on each other's shoulders. Daru, oblivious to the vulnerable high school girls behind him, is playing an eroge on his computer. I take a deep breath and turn on the TV. I flip to a news channel. The world line should have changed. I erase the time we spent with Suzuha. That should have allowed her to leap to 1975 without losing her memories, and the IBM 5100 should be in her hands now. We can use it to hack CERT and erase the data they intercepted from us. Without that information, Mocha's men won't attack the lab. Mayuri won't have to die. That's how it should be. That's how it has to be. Otherwise, why did I sacrifice Suzuha's dream? The quickest way to confirm that change would be check for any delays in Akihabara
誰
Station.
山手線は止まっているか？
はいや、止まってないんじゃね？
ネットで調べてくれ。
今いいところなのに。
See, on one hand, I get Okabe's urgency, but at the same time, for the Daru who doesn't know any of this stuff, I feel you, bro.
頼む。
Daru Sayas pulls up Taboo, exclamation marks front page, and looks up train information.
やっぱ止まってないみたいだお。
ありがとう。
The world line has changed, which means our IBN 5100 should be in the development room. I head back there to search for it. Contrary to my expectations, I can't find it anywhere. What's going on? I look at my watch. It's 7:43 p.m. Mocha's men attack at what time again? My heart is pounding like a drum. That D-mail was supposed to fix everything. The trains are moving as scheduled, which means that Mocha's men aren't about to attack. So why does it feel like nothing is fixed at all? The IBN 5100's absence is extremely disturbing. I want to sit down and think about where it could have gone, but a voice in my head is screaming that there's no time. I need to calm down. Hard to think straight after everything that's happened. I check my watch again. It's 7:46 p.m. Images from the assault flash through my mind. Mayuri bleeding to death on the floor. The smell of gunpowder in the air. I frantically shake the visions out of my head. I look towards the lab entrance. The door is yet to be kicked in by a team of hitmen. I swallow hard, petrified with terror. Please don't let anything happen. It's past 9. I peek at the street through the window. Nobody's there.
オカリン、誰か待ってんの？さっきからやたら下を気にしてっけど。
Daru's right. I probably should have looked out the window 20 times in the past hour. Not a suspicious figure in sight. Mocha's men still haven't appeared. The raid was before 8, if I remember correctly. I think it's safe to say my changes to the past have prevented it from occurring. Suzuha's sacrifice was not in vain. I let out a deep breath. I'm sweaty and disgusting. It's like my anxiety has pushed all the sweat out of my body.
マユリ、それにクリス。
The two girls woke up from their nap about a half an hour ago. Now they're eating cup noodles.
今あんた私の名前普通に呼んだ
Oh, you're still not used to the new Okame. Kurisu looked at me in astonishment like she can't believe her ears.
二人とも食事が終わったら帰るんだ。もう遅いから送っていく。
そうする。
別に岡部なんかに送ってもらわなくても一人で帰れるんだけど。
いいから。誰も支度しておけ。
え？僕も？
The train lines running through Akihabara are operating normally. There's no bomb scare, no sight of Moaka or her men. Let me turn this up a little bit. I realize I might be a little too quiet. Kurisu is taking the Sobu line to the next station, Ochanomizu, while Daru's going the opposite way to Koiwa. Mayuri and I are taking the Yamanote line to Ikebukuro, so we part of this station's ticket gate. There's surprisingly few passengers on the plane. I guess most of the businessmen are off for the Obon holiday. Mayuri is playing a handheld game, the Rainet Kakeru action RPG. On the screen, her character is battling a giant Upa. I stand beside her and gaze at her profile, lost in thought. It's night of the 13th and Mayuri's still alive. How many times have I watched her die? How many times have I tasted that despair? No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save this ditzy childhood friend of mine from death. She died again and again, right before my eyes. But now she's alive, standing by my side playing a game. This is why I sacrificed our memories with Suzuha. It was the only way. I'm sorry, Suzuha. And thank you. Suzuha no longer exists in this time, but I hope my feelings will reach her all the same. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I tell her in person? Where in Akiba could the 54-year-old Suzuha be? I'll try asking Tennoji tomorrow. He probably knows Suzuha on this world line too. I wonder if Suzuha remembers me. Mayuri suddenly lifts her head. She looks at me hesitantly. Her cheeks are slightly pink.
なんだ
なんだじゃないよ。そんなにじーって見つめられたらね、気になってマユシーはそわそわしちゃうのです。
Are we at the Mayuri route? We might be.
ゲームオーバーにでもなったのか
Oh.
それは悪かっ
I apologize, but keep looking at her. Instead of starting a new game, Mayuri looks at me with concern.
今日のオカリなんだかいつもと違うような気がするよ。
たそうか
どうかしたの？
I remind myself that Mayuri is more perceptive than she seems. She proved that when she figured out Dara was Suzuha's father. She did. I don't want to worry her too much. I want Mayuri to smile into her usual ditzy smile without a care in the world. After all, it's over now. She's safe.
俺は何も変わってはいない今もお前の顔を見ていたのではなくいかに世界に混沌をもたらすかを考えていたのだ
Wait a second. Hey, what? Chaos Head Noah. Oh my god. Wait, that reminds me. Remember that one, like, singer girl we see in the background? When Kurisu's, like, remember back in that scene, right? Is that also from one of the other Science Adventure games? It might be. Because I realized those designs are way too distinct to just be, like, some one-off. Like, I know the, designs of other people are, like, fairly well done. But there was something way too distinctive about that, like, one girl that was singing in the background where Kurisu was. Like, Okabe even pointed it out. That has to be something. All of this has to be some reference to some other science adventure game. It has to be.
本当に無理してない？
この狂気のマッドサイエンティストに無理なことなど一つもない常に IQ170 を誇る灰色の脳細胞が完璧な計算を叩き出しているのだからな
That reminds me, how smart is Okabe exactly?
そっか。でもね、たまにはボケーって休むことも必要なんだよ。そのことをね、忘れないでね、オカリ。
Wait. I discovered you could press shift to, Now I'm floating in midair. This girl's kinda cute, I just want to say. Having said that, Mayuri returns to her game. I feel cold stares all around me, but I don't care at all. Mayuri is here by my side doing everyday Mayuri things, ordinary things. Everything is going back to normal. Lucy and bees. Yesterday was my first time home in a while, so I slept like a log in my comfortable bed. It could be because of my mental exhaustion, but that was my best night's sleep in a while. Before heading up to the lab, I stop and stare at the Brontube workshop. The familiar mountain bike is gone. Suzuha liked it so much she insisted on bringing it with her to 1975. The workshop opens and out comes Mr. Braun, rubbing his eyes sleepily.
お岡部おめえずいぶん暇そうだなうちでバイトしねえか今なら特別に月給ブラウン管1台で雇ってやる
That sounds awesome! 1 CRT a month. So for one month's work I get an old television. Hell no. I mean, to be
鈴
fair...
葉はいつ頃辞めたんでしたっけ
鈴葉誰だそいつは
What? Was her existence erased completely? That's impossible.
たった10日ばかりで辞めてくようなゆとりバイトの名前なんざとっくに忘れちまったぜ
俺紛らわしい言い方を
So Suzuha did work here. The evidence of Suzuha's sojourn in 2010 still remains on this world line.
せっかく俺が楽でいると思ったのによだから嫌なんだ最近の若いのは根性なしもいいところだぜ
Millennials, am I right? As if we Gen Z are any different.
どうせ面接の時に言ってたブラウン管が好きってのも嘘だったんだろうよ。まんまと騙されちまった。
Wait, she's Gen Alpha. Wait a holy shit. Tennoji shrugged his shoulders, annoyed. Naturally, he doesn't know about Suzuha's true identity.
橋田鈴という人を知っていますか？
At this, Tennoji's eyes go wide.
懐かしい名前だな。おめえ知り合いだったのか？
Knew her?
その人は今は
もうかれこれ10年になるか。
Still dead. 10 years? 10 years since what? No. I don't want to know the answer. Tennoji has a faraway look in his eyes as if he's gazing into the
あ
past.
の人には随分世話になった。
Why are you talking about her in the past tense?
天涯孤独だったらしくてな。せめて俺が見とってやりたかったんだが。
At the end, there's only one thing that could mean. Even though the world line changed, Suzuha didn't survive to the year 2010.
まあこう言っちゃなんだが、死に顔は穏やかだったよ。
穏やか。自殺じゃないのか？
自殺？お前それ誰から吹き込まれたんだよ。すずさんは病気で亡くなったんだ。根も葉もねえ話を信じてんじゃねえ。
She was sick. Sickness killed her? I shouldn't feel good about that, but I guess you could say it's better than what happened before the world line changed. That's what I tell myself anyway.
で、おめえとすずさんはどういう知り合いだったんだ？
昔俺も世話になったんです。もう一度会いたいって思っていたのに。
あの人が住んでた家は今俺が使ってんだ。
Yes.
位牌もそこにある。なんなら手を合わせに来るか。
Yes. I nod without a moment's hesitation. Tennoji closes up shop, and we head off towards his house. From Chunodori, we head towards the station. I scan the Akiba scenery as we walk. Moe stores are still nowhere to be found on this world line. After a little hesitation, I look up Radicon. It's gone. The satellite has vanished. All that's left is the hole it made when we arrived in this time.
例の人工衛星いつ消えたんでしたっけ？
ああ、5日前ぐらいじゃなかったか。世の中奇妙なことが起きるもんだな。
Which means Suzuha left before it rained. Like Tennoji said, his house is closer than expected. We take the train to the next era, Okachimachi, then walk for about 5 minutes to a quiet residential area. This old one-story house is where Suzuha once lived. I walk up to the front of the house and see a familiar sight. Suzuha's bicycle! For a moment, I could see her there, squatting beside the bicycle. But the mountain bike Suzuha rode to the Bronze Tube workshop was shiny and new. Now it's old and covered in rust.
その自転車はすずさんがすっげえ大事にしてたんだよ。晩年は自分で乗ることはなかったけどな。それでも週に一度はフレームを磨いてた。処分することもできなくて、結局10年もそこに置いたままだ。俺もできるだけ整備はしてるんだが、さすがに錆が目立ってきてるな。
Dang. I gently push my hand on the seat. It's warm from sitting out in the sun. I suppose that for a few days Suzuha was in Akiba, the bicycle existed 2 places at the same time. Huh. The house isn't messy inside as I expected considering the state of the Bronze Tube workshop. I guess that chipmunk keeps the place clean. A wave of nausea hits me as I recall what Nai did at Ochanomizu Station, but I tell myself it was just an accident. Besides, that incident has already been undone. Tennoji Nai has done nothing wrong. Next to the living room is a child's room. There's a child study desk and a red backpack on the floor. Nai isn't here. Which reminds me, Tennoji's daughter visits the workshop often, but not once have I seen his wife. He couldn't have married Suzuha, could he? I mean, she should have been a lot older than him when they met. But I say, love knows no bounds. I wonder what really happened. Okabe, Okabe, Okabe. I mean, I know the truth, but that is a weird thought. I don't know how I'd feel if those two were married. That would mean Daro is Tennoji's father-in-law. Actually, that would be kind of interesting. I turn to the Buddhist altar to pay my respects to Suzu. There's no picture of her, so there's no way what Hashida Suzu looked at the age of 44. I make an offering of incense to her, then look around the house again. This is a house Suzuha lived in after leaping to 1975.
俺とすずさんは最初いわゆるお隣さんだったんだよ。
For some reason, Tennoji offers me a beer. When I decline, he shakes his head and starts drinking it himself.
俺はヨーロッパ生まれのヨーロッパ育ちでな。
Wait, really?
は？それはギャグですか？
Really?
んだよってめえ。俺は英語もフランス語もペラペラだぞこれ。
Wait, is he's Tennoji, he should be Japanese. Like, he should not be visibly... He really doesn't look like someone who has lived abroad. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover.
両親が死んで15年ぐらい前に日本に帰ってきたんだよ。でも俺にとっては生まれて初めての日本だった。この国について何にも知らねえ俺の面倒を見てくれたのが隣に一人で住んでたすずさんだったってわけだな。
Alright, now's my chance. If I'm gonna ask, it's now or never.
結婚を？
あ？結婚？
すずさんと。
アホか。
Phew. I knew she'd never marry a guy like him.
あの人は随分ストイックに生きてたよ。人付き合いもあまりなかったみたいだ。けどな、俺にはよくしてくれた。ここに越してきて1年ぐらい経った時、俺の家が火事で全焼してな。まあ、俺のタバコの不始末が原因だから自業自得なんだが、その時に全財産なくした俺をこの家で下宿させてくれたんだ。それだけじゃねえ。工房のあるあの大檜山ビルな、あれもともとすずさんの持ち物だったんだぞ。
え？
それを格安で譲ってもらったんだ。おかげで俺はブラウン管工房を構えることができたってわけだ。
That reminds me, what about in the other timelines when Suzuha doesn't go back?
あの人は俺の恩人だよ。ある時、なんだって縁もゆかりもねえのにこんなによくしてくれるんですかって聞いたことがあんだが、そしたらあの人は笑ってこう答えたよ。巡り巡って人は誰かに親身にしてもらうことになってる。
Aww.
だから君もいずれ誰かに親身にしてあげなさい。
Aww. Suzuha's awesome.
なんだか不思議な人だったぜ。預言者みたいにこれから起きる出来事をピタリピタリと言い当てたりしてな。
Now that raises the question, Suzuha, did you try to stop 9/11? Suzuha, that was probably her way of repaying Tennoji for looking after her, even if it was just for 10 days. And so it came full circle.
しかし世間ってのは狭いな。あの人のことを知ってる人間がこんな近いところにいたとは。そうだ、ちょっと待ってろ。
Tennoji goes into the child's room next door, then returns and places an object on the table. Yo! It's Suzuha's divergence meter! Before the world line changed, it was in the lab, but on this world line, Suzuha brought her meter with her to 1975. It's been in this house for 35 years. The two breeds for that percentage Divergence has changed, just like Suzuha said. That proves that my magic eye, reading Steiner, does indeed allow me to perceive changes to the world line. What does that mean? I recall what Suzuha said.
メーターの数値が 1% を超えたとき、君はベータ世界線にたどり着いたことになる。
Yo. Does that mean I'm still on the Alpha world line? Yes.
それ何の数字を表してるかわかるか？これにはさっぱりわからなくてな。この10年その数字からピクリとも変わりゃしねえ。ただすずさんは病床からいつもこのメーターを眺めてた。上ごとのようにつぶやいてたよ。この数字は変わる前なのかな、変わった後なのかな、私は変えられたのかな。そんな風に一日に何回もな。見てて痛々しいほどだった。
I touched the device. Suzuha! In my heart, I reach out to the girl who died 10 years ago, to the girl who will be born 7 years from now, to the girl who crossed time to save the future. Suzuha, thanks to you, my Yuri is safe. Divergence has changed. But we still haven't reached your ultimate goal. 1% divergence. Once that is achieved, the future you wish for will become reality. And will carry on your fight, Suzuha. I promise. Suddenly, I realize that I'm crying. Tennoji stares at me for a moment, then puts his giant hand on my shoulder. Oh man! Oh! Mayuri comes out of the ticket gate and walks up to me with a leisurely stride.
まさかね、本当に駅まで迎えに来てくれるなんて思わなかった。マユシーはびっくりなのです。
人質に逃げられては困るからな。
困るよね。それでね、マユシーはとっても嬉しいよ。
I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mayuri flashes a carefree smile, then walks ahead of me, almost skipping.
ねえ、その抱えてる荷物って何？
ミスター・ブラウンから譲ってもらったんだ。世界線の数値を測ることのできる大パーツなんだぞ。
なんだかすごそうだね。でも世界線の数値って？
I smile wryly.
マユリは本当にバカだな。
What am I doing? After I left Tennoji's house, I called Mayuri to ask when she would arrive in Akiba. Then I went to the station to pick her up. Anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive Friday the 13th, the worst day of my life, but that doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It's entirely possible for Moeka to attack now on the afternoon of the 14th. Maybe I'm being overprotective, but I still can't shake the image of Mayuri's death from my mind. I don't want to have to go through that again.
マユリ、例えばの話だが、コミマが終わるまで秋葉に来るのはやめた方がいいのではないか。
No response. I look to the side.
いない。
Panicked, I scan the area and catch sight of her wandering towards a newly opened shaved ice stand. That ditz, can't she tell how worried I am?
岡部って尽くすタイプなのね。
What do you mean? Kurisu is glazing at me with an iced coffee in her hand. We're in the lab, which appears to have become her second home.
何がだ？
I'm sitting at the computer, searching for intel on the IBM 5100 via A channel. I still don't know where it is. I went to Yanabayashi Shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. Suzuha promised to get us one somehow, her gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into CERN's database, meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1 meter.
あんたがマユリをお姫様扱いし始めた件について。
I think I am on the Mayuri route. I'm just saying.
今日は駅までお迎えに上がって、お昼ご飯は毒味までして、ここまでは手をつないで歩いてきたとか。
あのね、マユシーはオカリンに愛されちゃってるね。
Oh lord. This is gonna be... Let's play is going to be long. Did she have to tell Kurisu of all people? Mayuri looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. Typical Mayuri. But seriously, did you have to tell Kurisu?
で、実際のところどうなんだ？
どうとは？
前から不思議だったのよね。あんたたちって付き合ってるの？
そう見えるのか？
それは
Just what sort of delusions does this girl have?
あのね、オカリンとマユシーは小さい頃からずっとお友達なんだよ。
I have no idea what that Mayushi's really... Howie now. Heavy?
食べながら話すな、はしたない。
じゃあ付き合ってないんだ。まあ誰もオカビみたいな返事をしようとは思わないし。
Damn! Okay. Okay.
クリスティーナよ。お前には失望したぞ。
は？何よいきなり。
俺は気づいてしまったのだ。お前、恋の話になる。途端に食いつき方。
Jesus.
そんなお前、スイーツかっこ笑いに他ならない。恋の話を恋バナと読んでしまうお年頃だな。少子。そんなお花畑の持ち主をこの法院京馬と我がラボは求めていないぞ。
It feels strange to be spewing this Chunibyo nonsense again after what I've been through. Is my innocence lost forever?
マッドサイエンティストかっこ自称の中二病患者が何言ってやがりますか。
It's been a long time since I argue with Kurisu like this too. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words at some time harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now all that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suzuha. Thank you for your help, Kurisu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. I finished typing on the XX8000's keyboard and sighed, then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads 40 that number. What does that mean?
世界の構造はより糸みたいなものなの。いくつもの可能性世界線が重ね合わせの状態になってて、常に無限個に枝分かれしてってるわけ。メーターの数値が 1% を超えた時、君はベータ世界線にたどり着いたことになる。アトラクタフィールドアルファの範囲外、ベータ世界線へ到達すれば収束する結果も変わる。そう、1% を突破さえできたら椎名真由里は助けられるっていうこと。
Then, does that mean I haven't saved you yet? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world line still converging on Mayuri's death? No, it can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mayuri's here safe and sound, so nothing will happen to her. Nothing. Yeah, nothing ever happens, right? I want to believe that, but the doubt in my heart is growing thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner has only activated after we sent past changing D-mails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner, or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It's impossible to know. In any case, I've prepared for the worst. I've already sent the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past, and with Daro's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRT downstairs. Our previous phone wave named subject to change experiments made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. The 42-inch CRT is right under the hole, so if I point the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Now, should things go wrong, I could time leap at a moment's notice. And I have future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, on hand in case of emergency.
Okabe.
Kurisu enters the development room.
タイムリープマシンの実験はしないんじゃなかったの？
Hey, 4 people in the chat.
もしもの時のためだ。
もしもって？
I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay, everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate. But still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mayuri be safe. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. The door slams open. Oh, great! 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them, the Rounders. They aim their guns at us, I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. My worst fears have come true. It's happening exactly the same as before. Only this time, Suzuha isn't here to save us. Ah, shit! Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same. Eventually, the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway. Again!
萌香さん、これって
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。
Shit. I suppress my terror and grab Mayuri's arm. The crew cut man says something he hasn't before.
牧瀬クリス、岡部倫太郎、橋田至、3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。抵抗は許されない。とにかく来て。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
What do I do? Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it then in time leap, but Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed on this world line. She will be, I think. The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps up. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I've only raised my left. I have to use it! I swallow my fears and activate Mode Snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The Rounders won't be able to aim through this. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. Shit. Suddenly, Mayuri's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Her hands were separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Mayuri's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? The Rounder's blind shot hit Mayuri. I mean, you're firing into an enclosed room, yeah. Good chance you'd get hit. Mayuri's voice quickly fades away. Ah, shit. Strength drains from her fingers. But Mayuri doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mayuri. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I'd succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. I hear Kurisu and Dar screaming as gunfire continues. A sharp flame flares at the top of my head. I press down on it with my hand. It comes away soaked with blood. What the hell? It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! I feel like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble, I can't stand up straight. Hurry, I have to time leap. I squeeze my Yuri's limp hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear, and then put it on. I point the remote at the hole, then press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen. Shit! Clench my fists in frustration. Time leap machine is already activated. Discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. Once again, I leap to the past. The world collapses, then reforms. Once again, I felt that odd number behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and then look around. I can't see Mode Snake's vapor anymore. The air is clear. Krisu is reading a Western book like usual. Mayuri is playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daro isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words.
どうしたの？オカリンもバナナ食べる？
When I wave my hand no, Mayuri tilts her head quizzically, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. I grit my teeth, trying my hardest to hold back the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased her memories with Suzuha, then changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4. How do I get that above 1%? Wait, if I try to solve the problem alone, it'll just end the same way. I need to consult Kurisu.
クリス、ちょっと来てくれ。
I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent.
何なの？私の名前を普通に呼ぶなんて普通じゃないの。
Kurisu frowns at her own words.
変な日本語。
助けてくれ。
これはびっくり。まさかあんたの口からそんな言葉が出るなんて熱でもあるんじゃない？
She doesn't get it yet.
茶化すな。俺は本気で相談している。
タイムリープをしてきたのね。
I nod.
お前はどこまで知っている？
どこまでって何を？
鈴葉がジョン・タイターだったことは。
え？
Kurisu gives me a blank stare.
その発想はなかったわ。
When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on... Yeah, this isn't the Kurisu route, I do know that. When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on the August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by the last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line?
タイムリープマシンは完成したか？
何言ってんの？昨日私が徹夜して完成させたでしょ？岡部はいつから飛んできたんだ？
今日の夜8時頃だ。
It looks like I have to explain everything all over again. I think I'm on the Mayuri route, lads. I told her about Mayuri's many deaths and what happened with Suzuha and Moeka. I also gave a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story.
話をまとめると IBN5100 が手元に戻ってくれば勝ちっていうことになる。
Kurisu sums up what I told her.
あくまで予測だけど
天音さんの話を逆の視点から考えてみればいい。IBN5100 を岡部が手に入れてセルンにあるデータを消すその瞬間が分岐の臨界点なんだと思う。
Right.
おそらくその瞬間ダイバージェンスは 1% オーバーに達するはず。
問題は IBN5100 が今はどこにあるかだ。
岡部は一度 IBN5100 を手に入れている。あんたの記憶が妄想じゃなければな。その世界線へもう一度行けることができれば必然的に手元に戻ってくる。
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. It's just like the anime.
なるほど。そうか。IBN5100 はある時を境にラボから忽然と姿を消した。
前にそのことで騒いでたわね。あの時は岡部がついに妄想と現実の区別がつかなくなったかと思って心の中で「おーゴッド」ってつぶやいてた。
アメリカかぶれめ、何がオーゴッドだ。クリスチャンはクリスチャンとでも言いたいのか。
Jesus. Tracy looks at me with disdain as soon as those words leave my lips.
誰がうまいこと言えと言った。
俺も口に出してから後悔した。
Instant regret. This is no time for puns.
それでクリスティーナ、
Christina.
お前はこう言いたいんだな。俺たちが生じさせてしまった世界の歪み、すなわちこれまでに世界線を変動させた全ての D メールを打ち消していけば IBN5100 を俺が柳林神社で見つけた世界線へと戻ることができると。
From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that IBN 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping in the lab, and whenever he wasn't around, another lab member was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine.
あくまで仮説だけど私はあんたの説明だけをもとに判断しているから。もしあんたが事実誤認をしていたり私を騙そうとしていたり妄想を垂れ流していた場合はこの仮説はあっけなく破綻する。
This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all.
この仮説を盲目的に信じてもらっても困る。保険はいくつかあるとはいえ迂闊な行動をとってもしも罪になってしまったら
Exactly.
真由里を二度と助けられなくなるんだから。
I know that. I'd ask for Suzu's opinion if she were here, but on this world line, she traveled to 1975 on the night of August 9th. There's no way I could speak to her now.
どうして IBN5100 が消えたのか。これまでに送った D メールの中のどれが IBN5100 の消えた原因なのか。それを突き止めるのが解を導くための近道ね。
わからないのはマユルの死ぬタイミングがちょうど24時間ずれたことだ。
確かに気になるな。ダイバージェンスが変わったことが関係してるのかな。バタフライエフェクトの可能性がある。それならほんの些細な原因でも結果には大きな誤差が生じる。とにかく慎重な行動が大切。不用意なことはしない方がいい。例えば一番危険なのはあんたが死ぬこと。
By the way, guys, I just realized something. You know how it says Okabe dies in 2025 and the year's about to be over? This is my last stream this year. I just want to say, I'm going to record a video for 2026, but, this is my last, piece of, actual, content this year. That will be released in 2025. That's crazy.
世界線を越えて記憶を継続できるのはおそらく岡部だけだから。あんたが死んだら真由里も助けられなくなると思いなさい。
Double death.
絶対に死なないで。
もしかして心配してくれている？
は？何それ？誰得？そんなわけないでしょ。勘違いするな。つまり死ぬなって言ったのはあんたが貴重な被験者だからよ。そうなの。世界線云々はともかく、あんたのその何度もタイムリープしていながら記憶が継続してる脳ってのは脳科学史を塗り替えるくらい貴重なサンプルであって、あんたの脳をマッピングして一体何がどうなってるのか確かめたい気分よ。だから引き続き実験をガンガンやってくれると私としても助かるわけ。タイムリープマシンはいわば私の研究の成果でもあるんだから。
落ち着け。
Creaser turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, and consider my hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine, I need to cancel all the emails we sent so far. The theory is sound and I've got nothing else to go on. I checked the clock. It's 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moeka's raid. I decided to time leap one more to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is completed.
クリスティーナ、お前の案を試してみる。
そう。
I take Creaser's hand and grasp it firmly. Oh. Oh.
お前には何度も助けられているな。いつもすまない。
謝るのバカ。調子狂うでしょ。そもそも前にあんたを助けたことなんて私はちっとも覚えてないのよ。どう責任取ってくれるの？
Why is she getting mad at me? I just don't understand her.
できれば覚えておきたかった。そうすればあんたの情けない姿をネタにいつでもプギャーってできたから。
お前は実に性格が悪い。
Hey, don't say that.
あんたが言うな。
That's true. With that, I leap 28 hours into the past. Oh, lordy. Time leap complete. I'm standing in the lab as usual. My brain feels like it's been pinched. Ow. I endure the pain and check as I check my watch. It's 1:47 p.m. Kreese is almost done with the time leap machine, and Mayuri is almost done with Lukaku's costume. They should both be done in about 10 minutes. I leave the lab and sit on the bench in front of Brontube Workshop. Let's go over the plan. Cancel all the D-mails that have changed the past so far. Of course, that includes D-mails sent by people other than me. Specifically, I'm only concerned with the D-mails that triggered reading Steiner. He sent several of them as experiments. For example, Operation Urge Stage 2 then Lotto 6 experiment involved one such email. The real problem is what other people sent. Mayuri and Kurisu haven't sent any D-mails. Daro sent his past self a strategy to win the Ferris Cup, but reading Steiner didn't activate, so Divergence must not have changed. That leaves the 3 D-mails to deal with, those sent by Mocha, Lukaku, and Ferris. The most problematic is the one Ferris sent, which is also the most recent. I have no idea what it said, so I don't know how to cancel it. Ferris's D-mail caused a dramatic change to Akiba. All of the Moe stores disappeared. That's my only hint. I'm the only one who remembers how things were before the change, so I won't get an answer from Ferris, even if I ask her directly, but still, I have to at least try. I should get in touch with her. First, let's try contacting her with phone or email. Meeting face-to-face would be the best, but May Queen doesn't exist on this world line, so contacting her doesn't exist on this world line, meaning I have to go to that high class apartment complex. I should try contacting Ferris first. I decide to call her. The ringtone echoes in my ears. It's not connecting. Give it to her straight. Wait. Also, these are how the choices are made. I see, I see. Just give it to her straight. Okay, so nothing changes. I send it. Afterwards, I sit and stare at the screen, waiting. I've already tried sending her 3 mails and calling 4 or 5 times, and 30 minutes pass without a single response. Unable to hide my frustration, I storm off to Ferris's apartment. I arrive at the tall apartment building soaked in sweat. I've been running an awful lot lately. It's made me realize just how out of shape I am. I wish I worked out more. This complex is not automatic lock, so I have to call up from the lobby intercom. I enter the number for Ferris's apartment, and a man's calm voice soon arrives. Judging by the voice, it's not Ferris's dad, but her butler.
岡部と言います。フェイリーじゃなくて、ルミホさんにお会いしたいんですが。
残念ながら、お嬢様はただいまこちらにはいらっしゃいません。
は？
じゃあ今どこに？
それについてはお答えできません。あなた様がお嬢様にとって好ましくない人物であるという可能性もありますので。
Wait, what?
前に一度ここには遊びに来てますよ。
おっしゃる通りでございますが、やはり私からはお嬢様の居場所はお教えできません。お嬢様に直接ご連絡をお願いいたします。
He's obviously trying to end conversation, so I panic to get the last word in.
待ってください。フェイリスと大至急連絡を取りたいんですけど、電話してもメールしても繋がらないんですよ。
では、お時間をお改めください。
Frustrated by this new turn of events, my anger threatens to boil over. Damn inflexible geezer! I leave the lobby. May Queen Nyan Squared doesn't exist on this world line. Ferris isn't responding to any calls or emails either. Where could she be? Underneath the incandescent heat of the sun, I suddenly get an idea. Daro, if anyone knows where Ferris is, it'll be that stalker of hers.
Moshi, Okarin.
It's awfully noisy on the other end of the phone, but I don't care about that. Oh.
フェイリスが今どこにいるか。
Oh.
フェイリスタン？
1秒でも早く連絡を取りたいのだ。
今すぐは無理じゃね？
I see.
場所さえ教えてくれればいい。フェイリスの行きそうな場所ぐらい、お前なら完璧に把握しているだろう。
どこにいるかなら知ってるよ。
She's in a Rhinet tournament. Come
どこ
on.
だ？どこにいる？
UPX の会場。
UPX. I look up. I'm standing right in front of UPX.
会場とはなんだ？
今日はライネット AB グラちゃんの決勝戦なわけだが。
ライネット AB グラちゃん。
ライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンシップの略だろう、上皇。日本中のライネッターが参加してる大会の決勝戦だお。そこにフェイリスタンが出場してる。ちなみにフェイリスタンは今年冬のグラちゃんの優勝者でもあるんで、ディフェンディングチャンピオン。これ豆知識な。
決勝戦。
で僕は今まさにそれを会場で観戦中つうか今まさにフェイリスタンがデュエル中なわけだが
So that's why.
今から行く。何階だ？
オカリンチケット持ってんの？
持っていないが、なんとかなるだろう。
Don't do that.
それ無理。警備がめっちゃ厳重だしテロ予告まがいの書き込みが後々にあったらしくてさ
Just wait for it to be over.
きっとオカリンは入れないわな。
それなら外に出てきてくれ。俺も UPX の前にいる。お前のチケットを貸してほしい。
だが断る。4時までには終わるから出待ちしてれば会えんじゃね？
Yeah.
おい、誰
Just wait, dude. What is the time anyway? That inflexible bastard. Looks like I don't have a choice. All I could do is wait like Dara suggested. At 4 p.m., tons of people spew out of the building. They're mostly parents with children, but they're also men and women in their 20s and 30s. Seems like a wide customer base. Some people are dressed in cosplay, and others are carrying Rynet goods in paper bags. These are the ones you'd expect to be here. Maybe I should try calling Ferris again. Oopsies. Why won't she pick up? Frustration peaks. I tell myself to calm down, but it doesn't work. One obstacle after another. I'm on the verge of losing it. I pace back and forth as I watch the exiting crowd. I try calling Daro again, but now even he's not answering. Looks like I don't have a choice.
ちょっとすいません。
I approach several men gathered at the UPX entrance. They've gotten tattered leather jacket and excessive silver accessories. Not the sort of people I usually hang out with.
ライネットチャンピオンのフェイリスさんは今どこにいるか知ってますか？
What? They suddenly give me dangerous looks.
ライネットチャンピオンのフェイリスさん？聞いたかよお前ら。
The man tosses a grin to the other members of his posse. Snobby, unpleasant laughter resounds. I struggle to suppress my anger.
知っているなら教えてほしいんですが。
Now the man directs his grin towards me.
てめえ、あの元チャンプの仲間か。
Former champ? While I'm puzzling this out, the man suddenly steps up right to my face. Something smashes into my forehead. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall onto my back. It's hot above my brow as a branding iron was pressed into it, but that quickly fades into a dull throbbing. You did that in broad daylight. I finally realized that nutcase headbutted me. What the hell? Why would he do that? Is this guy just a typical DQ and a delinquent whose needlessly provocative behavior is just kicking in, or is he a fatist hater? I don't think I need to read the, I staggered to my feet. The man stoops to pick up his hat, which fell off as he headbutted me. That's when I see it. What? A bald spot.
いきなり悪かったな。だが、てめえがいけないんだぜ。
What?
俺のダーティーなハートがざわついちまったのさ。いいか。俺の前で二度とフェイリスなんていう脳眼中な女をチャンプと呼ぶな。それが嫌だというなら、ストリートシーンにおいてこの俺、黒の絶対零度ことシドス様。
Man with a bald spot who seems to whisper to Gaia to shine more. What? What? Is this a reference to something else? The art style doesn't fit in either. What the hell is this guy talking about? He's obviously living in his own stupid world.
俺はシド。数字の4に温度の度でシド。秋葉に降臨した最強のダテワルライネッタ。誰もこの高みには近づけさせねえ。知ってるか？ドライアイスは肌をやけどさせるんだぞ。
それは火傷ではなく凍傷だ。
Isn't that called ice burns? When I point out the scientific truth, the man with the bald spot and his lackeys get pissed. This doesn't look good. I don't have time to get into a fight. I decide to stage a tactical retreat. Afterwards, I go to the assembly hall and ask the staff about Ferris. No luck. When I call Daro again, he says maybe she went home already in a bummed out voice. I return to Ferris's apartment building and ring the intercom again. The butler responds once more.
どちら様でしょうか。
岡部と言います。フェイリ、ルミホさんは帰ってますか？
少々お待ちくださいませ。
Sounds like she's home. The intercom goes silent for a while, and the door's automatic lock opens, allowing me inside the elevator hall.
どうぞお部屋までお越しくださいませ。お嬢様がお会いになるそうです。
I gave him my thanks and hurry into the elevator. The butler guides me into the bedroom where Ferris is sitting on the sofa, hugging her knees. She doesn't even look up when I approach.
フェイリス、やっと会えた。お前に聞きたいことがある。
ふにゃー。
She looks exhausted, like all the life has been drained out of. Well, she lost, so yeah. I've never seen Ferris like
一
this.
体どうしたんだ？元気がないようだが。
こんなことありえないにゃ。どうしてフェイリスが負けなきゃいけないのにゃ。あいつらの卑怯な邪魔がにゃければ。あいつら寄ってたかってフェイリスに妨害を。絶対に勝つって約束したのに。パパ、きっとがっかりしてるにゃ。合わせる顔がないにゃ。
I think I suddenly remember what Ferris sent to her dad. I remember. Oh man, what is she saying? No, wait. I think I get it. What? I recall what happened after Ferris's final match in the Rhinet Championship. The leather-called asshole called her the former champ. I guess that means she lost, and that's why she's depressed. I feel bad for Ferris, but I don't have time to deal with this.
フェイリス、聞いてくれ。
Ferris blinks her eyes repeatedly when I grab her by the shoulders, but her eyes are glazed and empty of light.
お前は以前、俺たちが発明したタイムマシンで D メールを送った。そのことを覚えているか？
はにゃ。
I knew it was useless, but I had to ask. Ferris doesn't remember. In fact, from her perspective, it never happened. How do I explain?
例えば、考えてみてくれ。この秋葉にはもともとアニメやゲームなどの萌え系グッズを売るショップがたくさん
Oh, that's not what she said. I remember. I suddenly had like a crazy revel. I suddenly remember just now.
もし仮にお前がタイムマシンを使ってそんな秋葉を今のような電気街にするとしたらどういう方法を取る？
I know it's a really cryptic question, but I can't think of a better way.
タイムマシン。
Ferris murmurs with a blank expression on her face.
タイムマシン。
She repeats the same phrase. Ferris's eyes gradually regain their brightness, and then all at once...
今日も。
Whoa! 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 She presses up against me.
何を？
Wow! She smells good. Ferris's cat ears tickle my nose. I go stiff, not knowing what to do about this sudden turn of events. Ferris looks up at me. She looks so desperate. I feel my heart pound faster.
タイムマシンって本当なのかにゃ。
ああ、事実だ。
Ferris stares at me even more intensely, like she's trying to peer into my own soul.
信じるにゃ。
Just when I had the feeling she believed me way too easily, she suddenly starts clutching her head.
フェイリスはタイムマシンを使ったような気がするのにゃ。
Wait, is this real or is this fake?
本当か？
I can't tell. Okay, no, it's fake.
フェイリスはタイムマシンに乗ってビューンと。
Okay, so it's fake.
何？お前が使ったのは過去へ送ることのできる D メールなんだが。
そうにゃ、まただんだん思い出してきたにゃ。
Okay, so she's just acting. Got it. Ferris then holds her head and looks at me with tears in her eyes.
頭が痛いにゃ。
これはどういうことだ？
I think she's genuinely sad though. Like I know she's like making a lot of this stuff up, but I think like it's all like I think she is genuinely sad here. Does Ferris have reading Steiner too? No. I don't know. I need to find out, but how? Calm down. I need to think. Should I contact Kurisu or should I?
今日もフェイリスは
Yo. Ferris continues to cling to me, and all I can do is hold her warm, soft, slender body in my arms. I need to make her remember somehow.
頭の中がぐちゃぐちゃになりそうにゃ。
しっかりしろ。俺にできることはなんだ？
勝てれば思い出せるかもにゃ。
何？勝つって何に？
バイラルアタッカーズにゃ。今日の決勝の相手だったにゃ。
Let's do it!
でも卑怯な妨害行為にあって負けちゃったのにゃ。そのせいでフェイリスは頭の中がぐちゃぐちゃで思い出すものも思い出せないのにゃ。お願いにゃ。今日もフェイリスは決勝で勝てさえすれば全部思い出すと思うのにゃ。だからタイムマシンを使わせて。
So we're going forward so we can go back. We're going backwards so we can go forwards. Got it. That's something we have to do.
お前、ちなみにこれは演技じゃないよな。
何のことかにゃ。
Of course it is. Don't tell me she just wants to use a time machine to win her Rainet match. Considering her personality, that's actually pretty likely. You figured this out just now, Okabe, just now. After all, this is a girl who twists men around her finger.
ひどいにゃ。
And then Ferris starts crying into my chest.
フェイリスは京馬のために一生懸命思い出そうとしてるのに、それを演技だなんて言われて傷ついたにゃ。
いや、すまない。
Tears emerge from the corners of her eyes. I have no idea what to do in this situation. Judging by her tears, I don't think she's lying. There's really no basis to the theory that she'll remember if she wins the Rainet tournament.
お願いにゃ。
Ferris whispers into my ear. Oh!
フェイリスを勝たせてほしいのにゃ。
This is a honey trap, and I'm falling for it! You know me, lads. Immediately afterwards, I feel something warm and wet on my earlobe. Ferris brushes her teeth against my ear, sending electricity through my entire body.
は？待て！わかったから！
I quickly pull away from Ferris. That was dangerous. I almost exploded.
わかった、フェイリス。お前の言う通りにする。
本当かにゃ。
ああ、どうしても記憶を取り戻してもらいたいからな。
Ferris tries to throw her arms around me, but I quickly evade. She face dives into the sofa awkwardly.
ふにゃ。なんで避けるにゃ。
いや、お前が慣れ慣れしすぎるのだ。
I'm not good at dealing with Ferris. She's using me here, I'm sure. I'm being tricked, aren't I? I shake my head. Even so, I have no choice but to help her win with the tournament. I'll try everything that could possibly yield results. As long as I can keep doing that, I'll find a solution eventually. I have to believe that.
これから俺は今日の朝へと飛んでお前に助言を与える。これでお前は決勝に勝てるはずだ。それでいいな。
メールを送るんじゃないのかな。
すでに我がラボでは意識を過去へとタイムリープさせることが可能な装置を開発済みだ。
すごいにゃ。つまり強くてニューゲームってことだにゃ。
Yes, exactly.
そういうことだ。
Don't play along. Whatever you do, don't play along.
だったらそれを使ってフェイリスを今日の朝に飛ばしてくれればバッチリにゃ。
ダメだ。
なんでにゃ。
タイムリープマシンは俺以外の誰にも使わせる気はない。
今日まずるいにゃ。
あれはおいそれと使っていいものじゃない。危険なものなんだ。
It has yet to fail once so far, but my luck might not last forever. Suzuho lost her memory after traveling in a broken time machine. Her time machine was different, of course, but something similar could happen with a time leap machine. Considering the time leap machine's low budget and rush schedule, it won't be surprising if it broke somehow. And there's one more thing. I shouldn't allow anyone else to change the past. My goal is to return to the world line with the IBN 5100, then use it to escape from the Alpha Attractor field. The fewer changes made, the better.
過去は俺が責任を持って改変する。俺を信じろ、フェイリス。
わかったにゃ。
And just like that. I brace my wobbling feet. As my vision recovers, I check the clock. It's 10:36 a.m. The time leap was successful. According to Ferris, she lost the match due to cleverly concealed interference from the opposite team. Ferris told me how to counter that. Her plan...
サングラスと耳栓を決勝前のフェイリスに渡してほしいにゃ。そうすれば妨害なんてへっちゃらで 100% 勝てるにゃ。
I wonder if she's right. No, now's not the time to doubt. Fair she would arrive at the assembly hall around 12. I head to UPX, making sure to buy sunglasses and earplugs on the way. There's still half an hour before the tournament began, but there's already a line outside of UPX. I didn't think there'd be this many participants since it's already a finals, but turns out there's another tournament for the general public at the same time. The opening act, so to speak. The participants enter the hall through a different entrance than the spectators. I'm at the participant entrance, waiting for Ferris to make her appearance. After about 15 minutes, Ferris appears. She lives right next door to UPX, so she's got a lot of leeway time-wise. She's got her cat ears and her maid uniform on. It feels strange to see her wearing the uniform despite Mayquim not existing on this world line.
今日もここで何してるにゃ。
Wait. Ferris's eyes open wide when she sees me.
お前に会いたくて待っていたのだ。
もしかしてそれって愛の告白かにゃ。大事な試合の前にそんな告白されても困るにゃ。
なんでだよ。勘違いするな。そんなわけがあるか。
今日の京馬はノリが悪いにゃ。いつもならもっと言い返してくるはずにゃ。
I don't have time to be hoeing Kyoma right now.
決勝前でナーバスなんだからもっと盛り上げてほしいにゃ。
She doesn't look nervous.
いいから聞いてくれ、フェイリス。これはお前が決勝で勝つための重要なことなんだ。
重要？でも京馬はライネットのルールちっとも知らないはずにゃ。
いや、ルールとかそういう問題じゃなくてだな。
じゃあなんなのにゃ。
She peers at me with questioning eyes. I better give her the goods before I screw this up.
これを受け取ってくれ。
I try handing over the sunglasses and earplugs I bought on the way here, but Ferris pulls that back as if on guard.
京馬なんかキモいにゃ。
What? How rude!
普通プレゼントならもっと喜ばれるようなものを。
そうじゃない。これは妨害対策なんだよ。
にゃ。
いいか、よく聞け。俺は未来から来た。
知ってるにゃ。
何？
She knows how. Why?
ちなみにフェイリスは宇宙から来たのにゃ。
What did you expect, buddy? Don't forget, this is Ferris Yan we're dealing with.
冗談を言ってるわけじゃない。俺は確かに今日の夕方6時から飛んできたんだよ。
Stop joking around. Start joking around. That's how you get her to listen. God, come on.
今日のライネットグラちゃん決勝の結果を俺は知っている。
聞かなくてもわかるにゃ。フェイリスの圧勝。
いいや、お前は負けた。
にゃおー。
Ferris frowns.
だがそれは敵チームの妨害にあったせいだ。だからその妨害からフェイリスを守るためにこうしてサングラスと耳栓を持ってきたわけで。
I desperately try to convince her, but Ferris just hangs her head, making it hard to read her expression.
聞いているのか？
I grabbed Ferris's shoulders. She's shaking.
フェイリス？
うにゃー。今日のにゃんばか。
And then she suddenly explodes.
今日はフェイリスにとっては大事な試合なのによくも負けるとか言ったにゃ。フェイリスをへこませるなんて、さてはバイラルアタッカーズの回し者かにゃ。
いや、だから実力で負けたわけではなく。
聞きたくないにゃ。
After a swift kick to my shin, Ferris turns her back to me in a huff. Damn you, cat girl! For once in your life, listen to me.
待てってば。どうしてもお前に勝ってもらわなければ困るのだ。
だからフェイリスは負けないにゃ。それにそんなキモいメガネなんてかけたくないにゃ。フェイリスは常に可愛いからこそファンのみんなに喜んでもらえてるのにゃ。
Crap, she's getting angry at me now. Ferris shakes me off and runs to the participant entrance. I'm not a participant, so if she makes it inside, that's the end of it.
話を最後まで聞いてくれ。
Bearing the pain in my shin, I force my way in front of Ferris and stand in her way.
フェイリス、頼む。これにはマユリの命がかかっているんだ。
誰か来てにゃ。助けてにゃ。
Ferris suddenly starts shouting. She grabs the attention of the surrounding participants and spectators. Even staff members are gathering. Crap, I can't talk about time machines or Mayuri's life with this much attention around us. But unless I can get Ferris to listen to me, there's no way I can undo her D-mail. Ah, yes. Unlimited clockworks! Ah, yes. Oh, that's a Fate reference. Wasn't there a guy talking about Fate in the chat? Yes, last.
ずいぶん余裕かましてるじゃねえか、チャンピオン。
That smug voice. A tall man dressed entirely in black walks up to us with a grin on his face. Whenever he takes a step, all his silver accessories jingle. He dramatically takes off his sunglasses, revealing the face of that guy who gave me trouble before. If I'm not mistaken, he calls himself 4C or something like that.
ストリートに舞い降りたライネッター界の黒いクジャケンザ。俺の名はシド。
That's cool, I don't
バイ
care.
ラルアタッカーズ。
Huh? Viral attackers, I think I heard that name somewhere before. That's right, they're the Ferris' opponent this match. They're trying to start a fight now. This is a guy who headbutts people out of nowhere. And he seems to hate Ferris for some reason.
マジな話、がっかりだぜ、チャンピオン。てめえが体勢にこびた格好をしてるだけでも、俺の心はざわつくってのによ。そのくせ決勝前に ヘボそうな男との汚れた愛に浸ってるとはな。シャムネコを気取ってるてめえの白い毛並みを俺が今日のデュエルで漆黒に染めてやるよ。そうしろとささやくんだガイアだ。黒猫はディザスターの象徴。俺の黒い輝きはお前という影を消し去りライネットのニュージェネレーションを迎える。俺という生きるロックマインドに女どもはもう虜だぜ。
Damn, this guy can talk, though I have no idea what he's saying. Bear seems to be thinking the same thing.
なんでみんなフェイリスの邪魔するにゃ。もっと静かに集中させてほしいにゃ。
With that said, she quickly tries to enter the hall, but he grabbed her hand to detain her.
フェイリス、待てと言っているだろう。
話すにゃ。
頼む、俺の話を聞いてくれ。
おい待て。このライネットの真理に最も近い男を無視してるんじゃねえ。
What the fuck are these? What the fuck am I looking at?
いや、お前に用はないからこっち見るな。
だと俺をライネット界の黒い貴公子と知って言ってんのか。
ライネット界の黒いクジャクじゃないのか。さっきと言っていることが違うぞ。
黒いクジャクであり黒い貴公子なんだよ。黒ライネットの象徴だから。
Yeah, I could tell by your clothing. And your fake tan. The promotional posters have a blue and white motif. It doesn't look like black as the image color to me.
黒と言いたいだけか。
バカにしやがって。決勝のデュエル前にここでそのメス猫を黒く染めてやるよ。
Horsey approaches me with an angry look on his face, but I'm the one who should be angry. My ears like hangs in the balance. Bears isn't cooperating either. I can't believe this is happening. How could I get this guy to go away? After a moment's consideration, I decide to face him as Holy and Kyoma.
俺に触れたらどうなるか知ってるか。
That's what you should have been doing from the start, buddy! This is the one place where your Holy and Kyoma Chuni shtick works! This is where you're supposed to employ that, come on!
それはやけどではなく凍傷だ。フェイリスにちょっかいをかけてくるなと言っている。ポエムならばチラシの裏にでも書いていろ。
I hear giggles from all around.
笑われてるぜ。メス猫の汚れたラマン。
I mean, you do kind of seem like a white knight, I'm gonna be honest here. The hell is a Lamont?
違うな。笑われているのは貴様だ。10円ハゲの黒いクジャク。
今この俺のマインドに新刊が走ったぜ。てめえ俺のアンタッチャブルな黒点をなぜ知っている。誰にも喋ったことはねえのに。
Horsey's face turns red.
案ずるな4度 C。俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト
There we go.
タイムリーパー。全てを見据える男。ホーインキョアマなのだ。
Yeah, baby! Let's go!
4度 C じゃねえ。シードだ。
Wait, what? 4D!
許さねえ。てめえら絶対に許さねえ。伊達割の名にかけててめえらを俺の庭である黒いヘルに召喚してやるからな。
I don't think this guy was in the anime. He puts on sunglasses and leaves, considering this payback for the headbutt.
キョーマ、今どうやってシドの弱点を見抜いたのにゃ。誰も知らない情報だったのに。
The truth is far more pathetic than how Okabe is gonna make it out to be.
言っただろう。俺は未来から来たのだと。
ああ。
それより頼むフェイリス。これを受け取ってほしい。とにかく。
でもフェイリスが負けるなんてありえないにゃ。
実力ではお前が上だ。だが今話して分かっただろう。奴らは明らかにドキュンどもだ。ライネッターにふさわしくない行動も勝つためなら平気でやってくるぞ。
そこまで言うなら
Actually, this might be better. This might be better. Because it sets up... never mind. Looks like my desperation paid off. Ferris reluctantly accepts the 2 items I present to her. Of course, she doesn't take them out of the bag.
本当に持つだけね。それでいいかにゃ。
ああ、決勝戦で絶対に必要になるから手放すなよ。
Sooner or later, she won't have a choice. Woo! The theme song to the Rhinet Cocktail plays to the main hall, signaling the start of the finals. There's kind of a majesty to the scene. The tension of the crowd peaks as its voltage reaches a climax.
ご来場の皆様お待たせいたしました。まもなくライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンの座を決める決勝戦を開始します。激突するのはこの2組だ。まずは我らが女王、前回大会のディフェンディングチャンピオン、燃えるメイドインキャット、ウェイリー
What the fuck? Ferris makes her entrance to thunderous cheering. She smiles brightly and waves to the audience. She really is like a queen. I notice she's not wearing the sunglasses I gave her. Well, not yet.
対する今年彗星のごとく現れたダークホースならぬダークピーコック。初参加ながら対戦相手の危険などのトラブルを経て勝ち上がってきた黒の絶対レード、バイラールアタッカー！
The viral attackers consist of 4C and some short black guy with the same black leather fetish. They look like a couple of DQNs, delinquents straight out of Ikebukuro. I sit in stupefied awe as the excitement around me builds. Dara taps me on the shoulder.
オカリンもフェイリスタンを応援してくれよ。
Oblivious to my anxiety, Dara starts jumping and waving his hands in the air.
フェイリスタン！フェイリス！愛してるよ！
Oh lordy. Oh my god. Camus flashes at everyone and tries to get a picture of the cat girl.
みんな今日は頑張るからぜひぜひ応援してにゃ。
Oh lordy. The speakers catch a very cute voice at every corner of the hall. Apparently they gave microphones to both teams so that they could talk to the audience. That makes sense.
えへへへ。サービスショットにゃ。
Ferris puts on an impish smile and turns to the audience in a sexy pose. The entire hall shakes with the audience's roar. Ferris's popularity is over. Okay.
来た来たこれフェイリス。
Oh
俺
lordy.
だ結婚してくれ。
Oh god. Daru has totally lost it. I wonder if Ferris will be alright. Judging from her enthusiasm, it certainly looks like she'll be fine. Once the cheering dies down, I speak to Daru.
なあ、どうしてフェイリスは一人なのにバイラルアタッカーズは二人なんだ。
オカリンそれについても知らないん？
I'm not familiar with the rule of Rhinet Access Battlers. Daru explained them to me before the finals started, but he had only covered the basics.
もともとグラちゃんは2人でタッグを組んで戦ってくんだよ。でもフェイリスタンはデュエルパートナーに見合う人がいないって理由で1人なんだ。
That's kinda ridiculous.
2人の方が明らかに有利なんだけどさ、それでも冬のグラちゃんでは優勝しちゃったんだからかっこいいよな。そこにしびれる、憧れる。
バイラルアタッカーズというのはどういうチームなんだ？
あんまり詳しくないけど、かなり攻撃的な戦術を取るチームらしいよ。
Hey, they're cheaters, aren't they?
ただそれ以上にうさんくさい噂をよく聞くんだよね。取り巻きがいっぱいいてさ、 いつも群れてるんだ。そいつらを使ってデュエル中に対戦相手への妨害も平気でするって。ここまでグラチャンで対戦したチームのうち半分ぐらいが途中棄権してきてる。それだけじゃなくて秋葉とか池袋とかによく出没してオタク狩りまでしてるとも言われてるし。
So they actually are delinquents. Got it.
とにかくライネッターからはすごく嫌われてるのだぜ。
I can tell. I don't like him either.
そんな奴らがなぜ野放しになってる。
そりゃ証拠がないからっしょ。ライネッターって子供とかオタが多いからさ、あんな黒い連中に脅されたら怖くて何も言えないって。
The viral attackers. Ferris told me that their interference cost her the game. Unlimited clockworks. If she wins, she might be able to recall the contents of the email she sent. At least that's what she said. I need Ferris to win. Mayuri's life depends on it. I'm counting on you, Ferris. Ferris rises to the stage, heralded by thunderous cheers. And naturally, on the other side is 4C. They still face across the circus mat.
2人タッグの場合、どういう戦い方をするんだ。
Is this a reference to anything as well? It might be, I'm not sure.
要するに相談できるんだよ。2人分の考え方が加わることで相手に駒の配置を読みにくくさせるんだよ。
So basically, the partner just played a support role.
まあ心配ないって。フェイリスタンならあんなドキュン連中一瞬でフルボッコだから。
両者準備はよろしいですね。
The referee gathers Ferris and the two virals for a coin toss to decide who takes the first turn.
それではライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンシップ決勝戦。
Instantly, silence falls on the assembly hall. Everyone holds their breath in anticipation.
デュエルアクセス。
Alrighty, let's go. The referee shouts, signals the start of the game. The room erupts in cheers. Alright! First up is Ferris. The huge monitor hangs from the ceiling, displays the circuit mat, the thing that looks like a chessboard. The cards slither and sparkle in the stage lights. All the cards on the boards are face down, but each player is allowed to peek at his or her own cards. The cameras are oriented in a way that the audience can't see what cards they have. According to Jaro, Rainet Axis Battlers is a game of psychological warfare. It's all about figuring out where your opponent has placed his cards. Huh. Huh. I kind of skimmed through that. I don't fully understand.
フェイリスはどんな作戦で行く気なんだろうか。
フェイリスタンはスロースターターっつうか、前半は相手のカードを見極めることに重点を置くから結構慎重なんだ。その代わり終盤になるといつも大逆転しちゃってるのさ。今回もそういう作戦で行くんじゃね？
Contrary to Dara's expectations, Ferris charges into enemy territory with a card equipped with a skill called Lion Boost. Undaunted, the Virals meet her attack head-on, countering with their own Lion Boost equipped card. Oddly enough, Ferris makes the first move. She waits for the Virals to overextend themselves, then snatches one of their cards using her Lion Boost equipped card. I have no idea what any of this means, but it sounds like actual warfare, like you know, things like maneuvers and stuff. Enemy territory, that's kind of what I'm getting at here a little bit.
さあ、何が出るか。
You won't know if the card she took was a link card or a virus card until she opens it. The card Ferris snatched is...
うっけ
どうした？
ー。よりによって ウイルスカードを取っちゃったよ。フェイリスタンにしては珍しく最初から攻めてるな。決勝で作戦を変えてくるなんてバイラルを相当警戒してるのかも。
どうやらチャンプのメス猫はこの黒きクジャクのヘビーロックな翼に怯えちまってるらしい。焦りが見える。臆病なメス猫がブルブル震えているのが俺の打点値の一つにはっきりと映っている。
Alright, I gotta admit, the trash talking is pretty funny.
作戦を変えてきたように見える。これは間違いないと囁くのさ。俺のダテワルハートだな。
Why are you talking like ChatGPT?
メス猫のことは研究し尽くしている。最初から攻め込むようなことはし考えている以上に慎重だ。
I can barely hear what these guys are saying.
それが分かってる俺のマインドには何ら衝撃はねえ。今こうして孤独に攻め込んできているてめえの顔、間違いなくウイルスか。俺に取られたら逆にラッキーと考えてだ。この黒の闘志に感じたレッドアラームは野生の本能を呼び覚ます。だから急いで作戦を変更し、俺たちの苦労を振りまくった。だが遅かったな。そんなエレガントさのかけらもねえ小細工じゃ俺たちの苦労が止まらねえ。なぜならバイラルアタッカーの黒のせい。ライネットに下克上を起こす男たち。浮ついたサンクチュアリへの逆襲。
それにしてもあいつはよく喋るな。
I mean, judging by his talk alone, it's nothing different from what Okabe says. It's just their behavior, there's the real problem. I still have no idea what he's saying.
バイラルうぜえ。
This is what it feels like to be around you, buddy. Okabe, I'm just gonna say. Yeah, they're jackasses. Ferris was radiant when she greeted the audience, but now her cheer and luster have evaporated in the face of 4C's taunts.
でもああやって相手にプレッシャーを与えていくのもライネットじゃ結構重要なんだよね。いかに相手を動揺させるかっつうの。そこから相手のカードの配置も読めるわけで。
意外と殺伐としたゲームなのか。
実はライネットって子供より大人に人気あるんだお。アニメだってさ、絵柄は子供向けなんだけどストーリーは結構ハード路線なのだぜ。
Okay, so it's like Star Wars The Clone Wars, got it. But even so, I feel like... To be fair, you know kids can handle a lot more than just... Never mind.
そしてキラリちゃんは超エロい。
Oh, lordy. Like I care, perv. Oh yeah, I found out something interesting. Yeah, you could actually open these things. Which I did not realize until now. Like, I care, perv. Only 3 minutes have passed since the start of the duel, and Ferris is already frowning. She's already fidgeting in her seat as if there's something bothering her.
レーザー光線だ。
え、なんぞ。
フェイリスの目のあたりを見ろ。赤い光線が。
It appears in short intervals, so it's difficult to spot. There's definitely a laser shining into Ferris's eyes.
マジで。ダメだ、わかんねえ。でももしオカリンが見たのが本当だったら客席のどこかにいる奴らの妨害行為だお。バイラル許せん。
Okay, that's cheating. You're not allowed to do that.
レフェリーはなぜやめさせないんだ。
レフェリーが見てないタイミングを見計らってるのかも。
The audience is huge. It's impossible to tell where the beam is coming from. There could be multiple lasers for all I know. Now I get it. This is why Ferris asked me to bring her sunglasses before the time I leaped. Put on those damn sunglasses, Ferris! Alas, my telepathic message doesn't reach her. Clench my teeth and stand up.
おかわりどこ行くんだよ
バイラルの手下どもを探す。妨害行為をやめさせるんだ。
これだけ人がいるんじゃ見つかりっこなくね
I ignore Dara and begin wading through the sea of spectators in search of my target. Meanwhile, the game is still proceeding. Ferris takes a card she used for her first attack, and instead of sending it into enemy territory for her another attack, pulls it back to fortify her defenses. The Virals respond by unleashing a massive assault on her line. Yeah, it really is like a military war game. What the hell? Or is that just a metaphor? They equip their climber with a line boost, which allows it to move twice. Yeah, this is like a military milsim sort of. Huh. In order to survive the onslaught, Ferris is forced to capture some of their cards in retaliation, but each virus card she's tricked into taking puts her at even more of a disadvantage. Ferris looks unsettled by 4C's unpleasant smile. Laser attacks must be really getting to her as well. And finally, she makes a careless move that truly seems desperate. Disbelief spreads throughout the hall.
おいバッキンキャットはどうやら俺のダテワルカリスマオーラに握ってクールなハートを忘れてるみたいだなまさかチャンピオンが素人みたいな手に出るとはな
Amateurish? I was too busy searching for the viral underlings of the audience to pay attention to the match, but this new turn of events causes me to look up at the monitor. The virus must have used their viral checker card because Ferris's card is face up. It's a virus card. Every card you send into the enemy server is added to your total. Normally, you try to get link cards through as that brings you closer to victory. However, you're not required to reveal any cards you successfully send into your enemy server, so although it hurts your point total, you technically can sell virus cards into the enemy server. But for some strange reason, it's Ferris is trying to send a revealed virus card into her enemy server. Even if it gets through, she won't be fooling anyone. Moreover, Ferris has already taken 3 virus cards. One more and she'll lose, so she can't send that card through even if she wants to. So what exactly is she trying to accomplish? Is she really that distracted by the laser beam?
あえてここでこのダテワルストーリーテラーシードが漆黒の宣言をさせてもらうですてめえは数分後には元チャンピオンへとならく
Someone in the audience echoes 4C's vulgar laughter. So that's where his underlings are. I push my way through the audience in the direction of the laughter. The rest of the audience start booing. I guess most varietators really do hate the virals. But Ferris herself doesn't respond to 4C's taunts. She just bites her lip and closes her eyes. Come on, just put on the sunglasses. This cute things only policy of her is going to cost her the match. Or maybe it's impossible to prevent Ferris from losing. Maybe Convergence will bring about the same result, just as Mayuri is doomed to die no matter what I change. The audience gasps. Now they have a total of 2 link cards. I can feel it, Ferris is losing. Just then, I could catch sight of a few guys dressed in all black. One of them is surreptitiously aiming a pen stage object at the stage. It's him! I grab his wrist.
なんだてめえは。そこまでだ。フェイルスの妨害はさせない。この動くな。動けば撃つ。
What? I thrust something into his side. It's feature gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. I remember how this bluff worked with Mocha on a previous world line, so I brought it just in case. The man freezes. I guess he didn't expect to be held at gunpoint at a children's card game event. Taking advantage To his surprise, I snatch the laser pointer out of his hand and disappear back into the crowd. The punk starts shouting but gives up when he can't find me. Good, that takes care of the laser. Now Ferris can focus on the game. Screen goes up from the audience. 4C has snatched another one of Ferris's link cards. That's the third one down. The Virals just need one more to win.
そんな体勢にこびた格好をしているから悪いんだぜ。そういうヘドが出そうな格好はてめえの家の鏡の前限定でやってな。てめえのファンはみんなてめえとやりたいだけのキモいオタク野郎ばかりだ。
Oh, snap.
そんな連中から応援してもらって嬉しいのか？
I mean, on one hand, like, he's not entirely wrong. On the other hand, I really question what type of fan base you also have, buddy. Aren't your fans just edgy, edgelord 13-year-olds who... You know what, forget it, you get what I'm saying. Ferris still doesn't respond. She still hasn't said a word since the match started, but I get rid of the interference, so Ferris should be able to come up with a reversal at any second now. I stare at her, praying for a miracle. And when I do, Ferris once again turns her face away as if trying to avoid something. Is it another laser?
なんでも相手の心理を読み取れるっていう伊達悪的にも卑怯としか思えねえ反則的な力があるらしいじゃねえか。
What? She does.
てめえは人間じゃねえのさ。醜い天使。てめえと話したやつは心を覗かれちまうからな。みんな気をつけろ。近づくんじゃねえ。出ないとこのメス猫にどんな秘密も握られちまうぞ。そうしたらあとはその秘密によって延々と脅されるんだ。金をよこせ、それともライネットの勝負で負ける？てめえの要求は何だ？
Holy mother of projection! The audience begins to murmur. Ferris does have that kind of power, she doesn't. Then it's no wonder she's so good at Rainet. My Chunibyo imagination starts to run well, but I try best to keep it suppressed. If Ferris really can't see through lies, it explains why she hated the laser beam attack so much. It also explains why her moves made so little sense this match. Uh-huh. Will it work? The viral attackers whisper to each other. Once they're finished, 4C returns to the circuit mat with a shit-eating grin on its face.
俺の金銭にインパクトをもたらすこともねえ。つまんねえ手だぜ。それが大逆転の秘策だったのか？だが俺は黒のクジャク。あらゆる女を虜にするライネッター界の伊達悪ニュージェネレーション。
I'm gonna be honest here, if this guy was in the modern era, he would definitely be making, like, like, alpha male content on YouTube, let's be honest here.
俺のクールなブラックブレインはそれぐらいお見通しなのさ。
What's that one channel, the Anthony Padilla channel or something like that? Why, Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males, stay tuned.
というよりも 完全にてめえのミスだ。チャンピオン。
It's not a bad strategy. Without a moment's hesitation, 4C captures the piece Ferris placed next to a server.
俺のウィルスカード累計はまだ2枚。もう1枚ウィルスカードを取ったとしても、この漆黒の翼がもがれることはねえ。だがてめえはあと1枚リンクカードを取られたら エンド・オブ・グランド・クロスだ。そしててめえの陣地で盾となって守りを固めているそのカード。そいつは序盤ラインブーストを装備させて 俺に取られるのを覚悟で突撃してきたか。最初に言ったが、臆病な子猫ちゃんが序盤に孤独なリンクカードをさまよわせるなんてありえねえ。伊達丸的に考えれば、てめえが持ってるリンクカード、今交換したカードの方ってことになるのさ。確かめるまでもなく、すでにこの黒のクジャクのセクシャルな人々は俺のエレガントな勝利。
But you forget. Do you not understand basic, what do you call it? Basic reverse psychology. The problem with reverse psychology is that it kind of like throws everything into like a 50-50 loop, because the logic starts looping at that point. Yeah.
両方取ったって勝つのは俺たち黒の貴公子なんだよ。
Wait, is that right? It's going to end without Ferris demonstrating any of her power.
Open.
The card display on the monitor is... Is it over? The Virals have taken 3 Link cards and 3 Virus cards. Match point. Before she's right, that doesn't even matter. Ferris only has 2 cards left. And 4C already knows which is the Link card and which is the Virus card. Ferris' Link card is surrounded by the Virals cards. There's nowhere to run. Does this mean Ferris is going to lose? No way. Gotta be some advice I could give. No, I can't think of anything. 4C poses as if in ecstasy with both hands stretched wide and his chin cocked up. His attitude disgusts me. I clench my fists. It looks like I'll have no choice but to time leap again and force Ferris to wear the sunglasses.
Nani勘違いしてるのにゃ。この勝負はまだ終了してないのにゃ。
Ferris is back to her usual speech patterns. She's even got a fearless smile on her face. That's not the look of a Ryanetter facing certain defeat. And then Ferris pulls something out of her ears. Wait, earplugs? Those are the one I gave her this morning! She wore the earplugs, but not the sunglasses. Why, to catch the opponent unprepared?
何ドリーミーなこと言ってんだ。すでに勝負は決した。無駄なあがきだ。
あなたが今取ったフェイリスのカード、よく確かめたらどうにゃ。
まさか。
No way! The card he just took wasn't the Link card.
そんなはずはねえ。伊達丸的にありえねえ。そんなバカなことをするはずがねえんだよ。チェンジディレクトリでウィルスカードとウィルスカードをあえて交換するように見せかけるなんて無駄なことはあの不利な状況。
いいからそのカードを早くめくってみるにゃ。
4C slowly... Is this like electronic or is this like physical? Because the change directory implies... The entire audience waits for the card to be revealed and displayed on the monitor. I mean, to be fair, I do understand the reason that the story can't, like, focus too much on, like, actual game strategy. But, like, that's a pretty basic, like, reverse psychology sort of thing. She did it! She really turned defeat into victory. Like she knew exactly what was going to happen. She was in control of the battle all along. The audience goes wild. Their cheers shake the hall.
Winner! Ladies! Nyam! Nyam!
This guy. The announcer. As the hall rocks with the jubilation of the crown, Dara and I clasped hands and shared the excitement of Ferris's victory. Okay, I think that's a good place to leave it off. Boom. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad we managed to get over here. Apparently all the other saves I have don't actually matter because the phone calls don't actually do anything. Anyhow, that is the last, oh my god, that is the last stream slash videos piece of, content. That'll be released in 2025. Everything else from now on is 2026. Well, that's not true. I've got to record a video. my annual end of the year video, but end of the year / start of the year video. But that'll be recorded in 2025 and released in 2026. So, yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please leave a like, a subscribe, and a comment. And I just want to say, Happy New Year's so much, guys. I really should change the title. Oh, man. Oh, man, time is going by too quickly. That is crazy, that is crazy. Anyways, I will be dropping off for here. And again, I hope you all had a great Christmas, and I hope you all are going to have an amazing New Year. I'm not sure when people are watching this. It might be 2026 when you open this video up. I don't know. Seriously, thank you so much, guys, for all dropping by. I will... Is there not a way to exit from here? Whatever. I'll be getting off from here, folks. The sky's up, and you guys are awesome. I will see you all in the next video. I think I made a lot of good time today. Well, toodles. Should probably move myself down here now. Awesome! Da, 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 da.